How's everything going?
No, it's going good. We had a well-needed rest. Yeah, it doesn't take too long for us to miss each other. We're just quite happy to be back training, getting ready for this Champions Cup game.
If you look at it, it's actually our last home game until March the 23rd. Is that all the sense of excitement? So it's our last chance to play in front of what's been a great crowd over the festive period again?
Yeah, look, it's always nice to play at home. We like, playing at the DHL Stadium, and we've been having some very, very good support in the past couple of games. La Rochelle, Bulls, Sharks, we really, really appreciated their faithful coming out to support us, and would like to urge them, obviously, because we won't be here for 2 months. It would be great if they could come give us the same amount of support that they gave us past 3 games. So quite excited to play at home another game. But, it would be amazing if we'd have the same amount or even better support than we've had in the past 3 games.
Hacjivah, you've obviously been on the field most of those games the last couple of weeks. What difference does it make having a big crowd like that behind you at that stadium? I mean, does it lift the players?
No, definitely. I think for us, we really appreciate the crowd, first of all, and makes a massive difference, especially when you get those mini breaks and you just hear the crowd cheering for you, it just keeps you going. And especially after, man, I think interacting with the fans for us is like something that we look forward to. And because I know when I was young, it's something that I look forward to too. So mingling with the youngsters, it's something that we look forward to every weekend, especially with the numbers that's been pulling up. It gives us reason to play, it's something that we want to leave everything behind for the people that spend their money to come and watch us.
Sure, but if looking at it last week, you were even in the crowd shouting for Manu's signature. Did you get the signature?
No, we actually did. Now I know it feels like to be a fan. I think for us, it gives us purpose, to make Cape Town smile. And when you look up, you see the disappointment in the fans' faces when a call doesn't go your way or anything, and this gives you reason to fix it.
Okay, and amongst the squad, how's everything feeling building up to this weekend after the week off?
I think obviously for us now it's mission critical for us now. We like in the army, just trying to like zoom in the lens and become snipers, because it's every game counts now for us. Every game's critical, every point counts, and we just want to put the head down to start working. And this is the actually important part of the season. It's a make or break. So how you start, how you finish.
Perfect. All right, great. Guys, I can see Nathan's got his hand up. Yes, Nathan?
Thank you very much, Mike. Good day, gentlemen. Hacjivah, I will start with you. Hacjivah, yesterday, good old friend of yours from the Lions, I was training with you guys, Simelane. How is he looking, and how did you guys embrace him as teammates?
Obviously for me, I went to school with Simelane, from grade 8 and finished to matric. Went to Hostel Boys together, went to Lions together. So obviously he's a long-time friend. For him, I think him coming to the Stormers, it's something that, I'm very excited about I'm very excited to see what's going to come out, because especially for how we play, the type of style that suits him, and he's very excited, first day, and he's already loving the vibe, he's loving the culture, and, he's with his best friend.
Rito, the Sharks at the moment are on a 2-game losing streak. I'm pretty sure you guys have done your preparations. I even saw what's his name now? Lohoko Sentle doing his homework as well. Just on an analyst point of view. But how do you think that game's gonna go? Like, how do you think the Sharks are gonna be like for this week?
Yeah, look, Sale is a very, good team, if I may say. They ended up top 4 last year. Very good players. We've got the likes of Kobus, the Dupree brothers. We've got Ernst van Rijn, guys that know us really, really well. So, we're preparing just as well as we can, and preparing, to face a very tough bet. If those players that I mentioned, quite good players and they, strong physically. So we're expecting a very tough physical battle and, we'll be ready and prepared for it.
Cool, well done, Nathan. Is there anyone else who wants to put up their hand and ask a question, guys? Stephen, fire away.
Thanks very much, Mike. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you,
Hey,
Stephen?
Stephen.
Yeah, good, thanks. Rito, one thing that's been remarkable this season is the scrum culture that you guys have been, we were talking about, that you might lose something with Kitsigorn there. Lizo's injured, but yet you guys are coming up trumps in the scrums against really good scrumming teams. Can you please give me a perspective on how you guys managed to continue with that very strong scrum culture and maybe even how you took it a step further?
Yeah, Stephen, I think it's something I've spoken about previously. Like if I mention a guy like Nietas, for the past more than 5 years at training, he's been scrumming against Steven Kitsov. You can only get better. Elife Mark, the same. He's been scrumming against France. It's the only way to train. So, the way we train our scrums is usually just as tough or maybe even tougher than a game because they're all congested. We're training everything in a space of 20 minutes. So you scrum, you run a bit, then you scrum again. And we would probably go through maybe 10, 12 scrums, but it's brutal, it's aggressive. We're learning in the midst of it. And when a guy scrums another guy, it's not, we walk away, we scrum you. This is what I did. This is what I think you should do better. So that scrumming culture in terms of how we learn from each other is quite handy. And it pushes the improvement, and gives good results that you've seen at the moment. And a guy like Steve, who's been in our system before, is coming, Lizo's coming and sort of embraced the competition, that we have in our scrum session. And the one thing that I mentioned in front of the pack, the guys that never really get the credit for scrums is the locks or the back five, the loose trio and the locks. Those guys are hidden in there. And the one thing that Nietas and the rest of the front rows always says on a Monday morning in a scrum review is like, thank you, back five. You guys were bringing all the power. So it's quite a collective thing, and everyone's passionate about it. And we know that when we do well, that gives us other opportunities. A scrum penalty gives you a kick, then you're in their half, then you can maul there, or you can attack. So it's something that we really, really embrace, but it's strongly driven by the competition around it. You've got to compete. You've got to compete for your place, and you've got to be willing to learn when you get pumped backwards. But we love it, and we're going to look for more improvement, and that's going to come through more competition in the training session.
And speaking of that back five that you mentioned, I guess in a way it must help that you guys have 2 number 4 locks, so to speak. I know you're converting Ruben, but Ruben as a 4, he would have been, played a quite a physical role as well. So having a guy possibly like Ruben as well, fulfilling a 5, the role of a 5 probably helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes a massive difference. Like I always say to the locks, it's better if you can operate like a 4 lock and in the scrums and call lineouts like a 5 lock. So, that position, we were starting to move to a situation where, we're looking for, we call it positionless players, guys that can double up 5 and 4. But it makes a massive difference for us because Ruben is quite passionate about his scrums. You also have Ruben who comes in and puts in the same amount of power. And also our loose forwards, who, I'll tell you a story quickly. Nietas Netling always waits in front of the change room to check the loose forwards' boots. Do they have long starts? Because he knows how crucial they are when it comes scrum time. So everyone is passionate about it. But at the same time, to answer your question, it is a benefit to have Ruben and Andre both scrumming behind our front row there.
Sale are quite a mixed bag in terms of scrums. I mean, if you look at the stats, they've got a very aggressive scrum in terms of winning penalties, but perhaps on the weekend also a little bit, inconsistent in their scrumming. So how do you size them up as scrumming opponents, Rito?
Yeah, also a very good scrumming outfit. Yeah, we've really studied them well. It's going to be a battle. Yeah, they have been also on the short end of the sticks, considered quite a bit of penalties in the Premiership, but it's something they've sort of adjusted and improved. Yeah, we're looking forward to a tough battle. We know they're going to come for us, but it's something we're used to. We're going to go for them. So yeah, we're tough scrumming setup, but we will be ready for them.
Cool. I'll see the other people that want to ask, Mike. So
Cool, Steve, we'll come back to you later. Nice one. We've got Claire Thomas from TNT in the UK. Go for it, Claire.
Thank you very much. Hi, both of you. La Rochelle had quite a lot of fun making your lives miserable at the breakdown in round 2, which perhaps was a bit of an officiating difference. Things are played differently in different leagues and different competitions. Are you expecting a similar battlefield in a department against Sale? Does the Premiership see certain pitches differently?
Yeah, definitely it's going to be a very big challenge around that. We watched this past weekend. I think Ben Parry put the breakdown under immense pressure. It's something that we've really been working on to improve. So it will be a different challenge, a different team that plays in the Premiership, a French ref who we're not used to working with, but it's something we're looking forward to adapting and sort of looking to improve as the game goes on. But yeah, we are expecting a tough breakdown battle.
It also must be quite difficult preparing to host down in Cape Town when you've got a team from North England coming to you on a tight turnaround and you're not kind of sure which team they're going to send. How do you prepare when you're not entirely confident of the strength of side you'll be facing?
Yeah, look, I think for us, we as much as we notice all the players that they have, we study their system, we study what they do on attack, we study what they do on defense, and I'm sure they try to keep that the same, regardless of which players are playing. So from a preparation point of view, it's more systematic, system-based. We look at how they contest in the lineout, what lineouts they do. So yeah, main focus will be how they operate in different parts of the field and how their systems run. So we're not sure who's going to play, but yeah, we're ready to deal with, whoever runs out of that tunnel.
That makes really good sense. Thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Claire.
All right, nice one, Claire. Ashfaq has got his hand up. Yes, Ashfaq.
Thanks, Mikey. Hi, Rito. Hi, Hacjivah. Hope you're well. A question for both of you. A few old Stormers are part of the Shell Shark squad, so they might have some intel there. How do you see that challenge for this weekend?
Yeah, look, they will have intel, but I'd like to say, in terms of how we play, it's very clear. We play every weekend, and you'll see we don't actually change much. We just maybe make 1 or 2 small adjustments. So what the intel that they have is exactly the same as, what La Rochelle would have had from analyzing us. But in saying that, it will be very nice to see Ernst van Rijn, Kobus, especially those two players that I've coached since under 19, since they finished high school. So as much as they know the Stormer system, it's players that we also know really well, so it will be nice, playing against them or coaching against them. But yeah, just to shorten that answer, it's, the intel that they have is the same intel that any other team has.
And Hacjivah, have you sent some messages telling him how you're going to step him this weekend?
No. I think for me personally, I think Evans knows what type of player I am, and the same with him. I know what type of player he is. I've also played against Evans a couple of times. I've played against Quibus a couple of times. I've played against the Twins a couple of times. So I think for me, it's just gonna be another game. I think it's an 80-minute game. I might stop you once, might stop you twice, but I have to stop you the whole game, and likewise with them. So I think it's gonna actually be a very, very good battle, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hacjivah, how do you feel about him at the moment? Obviously, you've had to play a bit more number 8 than you normally do for the Stormers because of Evans' injury. But yeah, you're going great guns there, and do you feel you making that step closer and closer to maybe getting the Springbok coaches to give you a call?
I think for me, it's playing 8. I really enjoy playing 8 now. I've played 8 most of my life. I've started moving to 7. I've played 6 couple of games, played wing, center a couple of games. I think for me personally, I really enjoy 8. It's a position where you kind of understand the game better at 8. And 7, I'm starting to love 7 too. Based on the Springbok dream, I think something that I'm really looking forward to. I've been playing since 2016, 2017 Super Rugby, and I've been up and coming for almost 7, 8 years. So I think I'm just trying to change that. Every year I'm a player to watch out for, and I'm just trying to break that ceiling, and hopefully I can reach greater heights.
Rito, just on that, as we know, Hacjivah has been performing brilliantly almost every season. Just to take the next step, is there anything in his game that you think he can just continue to do more of to get that recognition?
Must stop stepping and run straight. Yeah, look, I think
Head down, follow through.
Yeah, look, I mean, we would like any other player. There's always a couple of things that he needs to they need to improve, and Hacjivah as well aware of that, and it's something we're consistently discussing. So he's well aware of that. I'm not sure if he wants me to mention it. Yeah, he's just like any other player. There's a few things that they can improve, and he's well aware of that.
Just one more from me, Hacjivah. We know the stepping, but you've also been really getting involved in the hard yards, up tight and around the fringes there where the big forwards are waiting for you to come at them. Yeah, how's that challenge been, and do you feel you've made that step up in terms of the tighter stuff as well?
Yeah, I think for me, my game, I think the past 2 seasons, based on how the Stormers play, with especially having Evan Roos in the middle, I was always in the wide channels. And it's something that, Darby, myself, and a few of the coaches have felt like it's where I need to be more or improve more at. And I've made a decision this year. I said, listen, because there's a perception obviously about me that I'm this guy that wants to be in the wide channels where it's nice and do the offloads and the fancy passing, but when it comes to the hard yards, I shy away. So I just felt like I took it to myself and made that statement and said to myself that, listen, especially against the big games, that's where I actually want to rock up and show that, listen, I'm visible.
Very cool. Thanks.
Nice one, Ashfaq. Okay, we're back at the start with Nathan again. Yes, Nathan?
Thanks, Mike. I just got final 2 questions, one for each. Rito, are there any returning players from injury and in contention for this weekend?
I think the only one that's coming back is Cornels Kosano.
All right, final one. Had Ashfaq, Hacjivah, Ashfaq brought up the box picture. This year's Olympics and the Blitz box are yet to qualify. We've seen 15 players putting their hands up in the past for the Olympics and Commonwealth Games respectively. Would you be keen to feature for the Blitz box at the Olympics? I mean, you have played 7s before.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I've been at the 7s. I've been there for a good 7 months. I've been to Dubai. I got injured before Cape Town. 7s is hard. It's a tough game. It's not a joke. I think for me now, I think I've gone to a point where I'm trying to focus on 15s, trying to improve my game and trying to be a better, obviously, I think that boat has passed there of me trying to play sevens. Yeah, man, I think obviously that Bok dream, if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. I'll continue improving.
Cool, awesome, chicks. Okay, we're back to Stephen. Yes, Stephen.
Well, thanks very much, Mike. Yeah, Rito, when you said run straight there with Hacjivah, many a true word is spoken in jest came to mind there, the saying. But yeah, because as we spoke about that, Hacjivah,